understanding that it's all happening at the same time. You've expanded the college football playoff while we've got the NIL factors and the transfer portal factors that play into the amount of parity you have in college football right now. I just wonder, like right now, if you're a Carolina fan, it does, to your point, it looks daunting. Mm-hmm. Like you're like, that's got to happen, this got to happen. Let's see what happens this week. Are there some major upsets this week as the pressure mounts that makes the path just a little bit more manageable for South Carolina? And at what point does the fact that if, obviously assuming you're going to win and win big this week, and then you beat Clemson at Clemson, what team in the country at that point is hotter than South Carolina? How much does the consistency that you've shown over that, 6-week span, how much does that matter to the committee? How much does, looking back, 2 of your losses were incredibly tight.
Sure.
And with controversy, and without your starting quarterback for the second half of one of them.
That is the debate on how the committee looks at these things. We'll get to some of Ward Manuel's thoughts coming up here in a minute, because I think it should matter a lot about how you're playing at the current time, but you shouldn't also disregard what happened earlier in the season as well, because if you lose a game back in September, that's still a loss. I look at Notre Dame, who's yet to be punished really for losing to NIU back in the second week of the regular season. I know a lot of football has been played since then, but I don't think they're being dinged enough for having that ugly loss to a 500 MAC team. But at the same time, again, Carolina, like you said, is maybe playing the best football out of anybody right now in terms of surging towards the end of the season, have a chance to end on a 6-game winning streak, and obviously, you get to a potential 10th win in whatever your first postseason game would be, assuming that you win it. So it's complicated. It's a lot. And I don't envy the job those people in the committee room have, because, like you said, you can poke holes in just about anything, while they can also defend just about any decision they make with one or several data points that they have.
Well, and I think it's easy to point out contradictions, but there's actually no true way to list the teams without there being contradictions, because you have if you just say, well, hey, flip those two teams, you've created a new set of contradictions, right?
Yeah.
Because you can easily sit here and go, well, this team beat that team, but that team lost to Team C, who beat Team A. And so you have these sort of circular arguments that get introduced, especially when you're trying to compare SEC schools. And so, Georgia is behind Alabama. Or excuse me, I'm confusing myself at this point. Alabama beat Georgia.
Yes.
So, you could say, well,